For watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my review of Shang-Chi. Now, before we get into this review, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can always chill with me on each and every one of my newest videos. Shang-Chi is a 2021 comic book adaptation from Marvel Studios that follows Sean, who is forced to face the past he has tried to forget when henchmen come to take a precious gift from his mother that leads him down a path of both family drama and discovery. So I've been excited for Shang-Chi because hello, it looked amazing from those trailers, first of all, but more so in the big scheme of things, the grand picture of it all. We're getting our first Asian superhero film. Pretty much top to bottom, every single character of substance here is Asian. It's the first time we've really focused on an Asian culture for a major blockbuster superhero film like this. Anytime we are moving forward and breaking new barriers and boundaries, I'm obviously all for it. So I was there opening night to support this film, and I have to say, everything I had wanted it to be. What a fantastic origin story. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. Well, our cast is great. Everybody here knows the assignment and delivers exactly what they were brought in to do. Simu Liu is great as our lead, Shang-Chi, here in the film. He perfectly embodies the superhero aspect of the character, obviously. Yeah, we all saw that bod. But he also really delves into what makes this character who he is as he's going through these really complex family issues that are presented on the screen, and I think he does it all fantastically. Tony Leung gives us top tier Marvel villains in this film. He is fantastic, so intimidating, and we get a really layered, fleshed out, and complex villain of which we haven't seen the likes of all that often, if we're being honest, throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm so glad Michelle Yeoh was brought back to have an actual role in a Marvel film because she deserves it, and she does not disappoint. Oh, I loved her character in this film, and she encapsulated her beautifully. Awkwafina is also really fun as kind of our sidekick here. But a big surprise for me was Zhangzhe Zhang, who plays Shang-Chi's sister. She is so good. I loved her character. Honestly, she was competing for top spot in my favorite characters of this film throughout the entirety. Not only is she a badass, but she has a lot of complexities deeper down within her storyline that make her a really interesting person to root for and to watch and follow. And honestly, I think this film does a great job of spreading out these type of self-discovery stories to pretty much all of our main characters here. Everybody's on a journey. Everybody's discovering who they truly are or who they want to be or who they were meant to be. And they all pan out really well and feel authentic. They are interesting and connect to you as an audience member. The direction of the film is also stunning. The camera work is fantastic. And these action set pieces are amazing. One, they're so inventive. We get not only just martial arts style hand-to-hand combat that's stellar, but we get that like off the sides of buildings and in a bus, all over the place in these crazy scenarios. But they're shot so well and look beautiful. And of course, that's helped by a cast and a crew that are able to handle these stunts and deliver them in such a convincing manner. Now, I'm a fantasy nerd, so I loved the third act of this film just as much as I had loved the first two acts. Now, I'm a fantasy nerd, so I did enjoy that third act of the film. We're going to circle back to a couple aspects in that third act, though. But once we get these creatures in this more mythical and fantastical arena, loved it. I love delving into this world. I love getting to bring in more fantasy into the superhero genre because we haven't seen all that much of it, to be honest, particularly in Marvel. The score, oh my God. Not only the score, actually, the entire soundtrack, the original songs, the infused music, and the original score all like blew my mind. It added so much to this film. It blended so many different styles to create this really awesome soundtrack as a whole. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Shang-Chi? Well, my most glaring issue is how uneven these special effects are in this film. We get some fantastic special effects work and some beautiful creatures that look amazing, some stellar shots that just look great. And then we cut to like pretty clear green screen type of work. Or some of the creature designs were awesome, but in actual motion, we go really CGI heavy and creature heavy in that third act, and it really waned on quality of CG for me, which we know is a big problem not only for the DCEU, but Marvel itself wanes in its quality of CGI, and that is very, very evident in this film here. And honestly, I feel as though once we switch villains and kind of pivot, it loses a little bit of its stake and it loses a little bit of the central heart to the film. We get back there, but I'd say the beginning of that third act goes a little bit wayward before it course corrects. Also, there's a lot of flashback work here, like a lot. And it does help with some of the weight of what we're seeing, but there comes a time in the runtime where we've seen the same shot or two several times now. So it starts to feel a bit too repetitive because so much of the flashback story already looks similar or set in the same exact area. They're doing the same sort of things. So I think we could have parsed down some of those flashbacks. Overall, I loved Shang-Chi. I think it is a really fun film that delivered everything I wanted, plus a little bit more fantasy elements than I was anticipating, and I'm certainly not mad about that. No, it's not perfect, but I do think it's one of the strongest origin stories in the MCU, and I can't wait to go back and watch it again. So if you're a Marvel fan, you're going to see Shang-Chi anyway, but definitely, definitely see it on the biggest screen you can. It is a stunning feat to behold, particularly those action set pieces are gorgeous. If you're a fan of martial arts films, I think you'll also like this. And if you're a fan of fantasy films, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. So, overall, the moral of the story, go check out Shang-Chi this weekend. Let's help get this the support it deserves so we can continue to see these type of diverse stories being told on the big screen. So that was my review of Shang-Chi. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Shang-Chi or have you already watched? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.